Hi everyone, Connie here, and it is my turn to do a face-to-face with the and a quick intro about myself for Kitaholic Kits. So I'll just start off by saying my name's Connie, and I live in Melbourne, Australia, and I live with my husband Mark, and I have two children, Keenan, who's 18, and Georgia, who is 11, and my little fur baby Blossom, who is 4. I guess I could tell you that. She'll be 5 this year. So Steph has given us a list of questions that she would like us to answer, so I will start off with that. So the first question is, what type or scrapbooking are you? Pocket page, 12 by 12, 9 by 12, etc. Well, I'm a 12 by 12 scrapper. I'm not really a pocket page person. I did try it, and maybe I've done maybe 3 or 4 pocket pages, but I just couldn't get into it. I don't know why. I have thousands and thousands of cards that are all just boxed away. I just couldn't get into it. So I don't know. I tried it, but I don't think it was for me. But I went out and spent a whole heap of money, because when I started to do it, I had to have everything. You know how that is. So I started off doing 12 by 12, but last year, and I'm going to continue this year, I am a 9 by 12 scrapbooker. So I am enjoying the 9 by 12 size. I'm finding that it is a perfect size for me. The 12 by 12, I'm still going to do a few every now and then when I feel like I need to. Maybe if I have maybe 2 photos I want to scrap, or a few more than photos I want to scrap. I don't know. It depends how it all goes. But yeah, this year I'm going to be concentrating on scrapbooking 9 by 12. Okay, so that's that question. Next one is, how long and how did you get into it? Okay, so I just got my coffee here. It's just staring at me, and it's like, oh. So how long and how did I get into it? Okay, well, my son, so I started when my son was about 3, and so that was like 15 years ago. So so he was about 3 years old, and a girlfriend of mine was a creative memories consultant, and she convinced me to have a party at my house. So I did, and I was hooked. I was instantly hooked, because it combined my love for photography and for paper and art into one hobby. And it was just, I was just bitten by the bug straight away. I didn't last with creative memories for very long, because I always felt very limited. I think I went on maybe to one class, and that was it. And then I sort of just found other stuff, like at I think the first stuff I sort of found was sort of at Lincraft, which is a fabric store here in Australia, and Spotlight, and I found just little bits and pieces of cardstock, coloured cardstock, because at Creative Memories it was all just a white background, and it was really, really boring. So yeah, and I started to find all this other stuff, and Creative Memories was not impressed when I started combining the two things. And so yeah, I just sort of, I was still friends with my girlfriend. We didn't stop talking to each other, but I just sort of branched off on my own from there, and just found this whole new world of fun, and it was just like, wow. So yeah, so I've probably been doing it for about 15 years. That's why I have a lot of stuff, because a lot of the stuff I have is like, I've brought over the 15 years. So people sort of freak out when they come into my craft room and they go, oh my God. But, you know, it's 15 years of collecting, so that's why I do have a lot of stuff. But I don't have as much as I've seen other people have either, so, you know. My next question is, hang on, I'll just take another. Favorite items to work with. Okay. I love paint. Basically, I love watercolor. I love my pencils. I love my pencils. So they would have to be my go-to items. I love my white paint. I love white paint. So yeah, I like to work with a lot of things. I have a lot of favorite things. I love my Prismacolor pencils. Like, they it's like my fourth child. My Prismas, my jar of Prismas. But yeah, so I pretty much love anything that sort of mixed media, that sort of stuff. I love paper. Just the feel of paper and having it, feeling it in my hand, cutting it. I love the way the scissors, the sound the scissors make when it cuts through a piece of paper. It's just, I just love all that. It just makes me so happy. And that's why I could never be a digital scrapbooker. It was the same as with my photography, like, because I've been in photography since I was in high school, and I've worked in photography my whole life, and it took me a bit to switch to digital because I loved the feeling of going into a dark room and developing a negative and then bringing it to life on a print. Like, I loved that feeling. I just loved having that, you know, feeling the photographic paper, the smell of the chemicals, all that sort of stuff. I loved that. Now in the digital world, you don't do that. It's all done on screen, and that's why I will never be a digital scrapbooker, because I love the feeling of it. Yeah. So that's pretty much my favourite things. So, you know, I don't know, did that sound weird? That really sounded weird. I am a little weird. Anyway, okay, next question. Sorry, I've got to take another sip. It's really early here in Melbourne. Well, it's not actually really early. I got up really early. Oh, it's 10 o'clock, so it's not that early, but yeah, this is only my second coffee, and I have to have two to function normally, so this is probably why I'm not really functioning very normally at the moment. Okay, the one item that scares you and you can't bring yourself to use. Wow. I should have probably read these questions before I started this. Okay, let me think. You know what? Rub-ons. It's not that I'm scared of rub-ons. I'm not scared of them. I just don't like them. And I have thousands of them. Why would I buy thousands of them? I don't use them, and I have a whole container down here full of them. And yeah, half of them probably don't even work anymore, but I don't know, I've never really liked rub-ons. But yeah. Oh, you know, actually, I probably am scared of brads. I am scared of brads. I don't know what to do with them. I really don't get them, if that makes sense. So I don't like working with brads, rub-on, and sitting on my desk right now, enamel dots. For some reason, I don't know, I can't get them to work. So I probably am a little bit scared of these, actually. I could be a little bit scared of enamel dots, because they sort of, when I see a packet, it sort of freaks me out, and I have to sort of really think about what to do with them. So, but other than that, not a lot of stuff really scares me. I'm happy to dive in and give everything a go. Especially anything to do with art, any art mediums and all that sort of stuff. I'm just ready to jump in. So, so yeah, I hope I answered that question. Okay. So my next question was, are you a messy scrapper or do you need a clean workspace room? Well, I am the messiest person you'll ever meet. I am so messy. My desk at the moment, I wish you could see it right now. It is just, yeah, it's covered in mess under my desk. I can't even get my legs under there because it's just mess. Yeah, I have piled, yeah, I'm messy. Messy. I've tried to scrap neatly. I've tried to scrap like using something and then putting it straight back where it was, but it doesn't work for me. It doesn't sort of work with my flow when I'm in the zone and I'm really, you know, like if I'm working in my art journal and I'm in the zone, and yeah, it doesn't work. So I just throw things everywhere. And so yeah, I'm messy. I'm a messy scrapper, so I admit it. So there you go. Okay. Sorry, I'll just take some more coffee. I need some more coffee. So good. Okay. What's your time of day to scrap? Okay, so I'm pretty lucky. Because my kids are like all grown. Well, one's all grown, and the other one's 11. George is 11, so I'm pretty lucky that I have the older kids, so I pretty much can scrap whenever I want. I don't work either. Unfortunately, due to being ill for so long, and being the fact that the industry that I worked in before I got sick no longer exists, yeah, I've been having a lot of trouble getting back into the workforce. So yeah, so I'm a stay-at-home mum, so I'm at home all the time and my kids are at school, and so I can pretty much scrap whenever I want. I tend to scrap during the day when I'm home by myself, or when my husband's not home, because my husband does work a lot of hours. So when he's home, I like to spend time with him and the kids. And so I don't tend to scrap a lot at night. Sometimes I will, but yeah, mostly I scrap during the day after I've gotten up and gotten everyone off to school and out of the house, and it's just me and Blossom. And yeah, I tend to come into the craft room and yeah, throw on the radio and listen to some tunes, and yeah, have a scrap, have a bit of fun. So yeah, okay, so the next question is, what is your drink and snack of choice? Okay, so in the mornings, coffee. Like I said before, I have to have 2 coffees before anyone can ring me, before I'll talk on the phone, before anything, because I need 2 coffees, and that's what gets me going in the morning. So this is my second one. So during the day, in my scrapbook room, I don't actually have any at the moment, but here's a bit of wrapper because I just finished a pack. Chicos, there's a bit of wrapper there. I always have a packet of Chicos in my scrap room. I always keep them in my drawer. I hide them from the kids and my husband because they'll just eat them all. So I like to have my little sugar fix on the side, and Chicos are my favorite all-time lolly. Or I'll have a packet of S&V chips. I love S&V chips. Like, they're just my mouth waters as soon as you open the packet, just smelling them. So that's probably why I'm a little anyway. And my drink of choice is Pepsi Max. I'm a Pepsi Max girl. I love my Pepsi Max. So that would be my choice of drink when I'm scrapbooking during the day. And if I do happen to scrapbook at night, that's a whole different type of a drink that goes into the Pepsi Max. But we won't go there. Oh, last question. Okay. Why is Steph so awesome? Well, what can I say? She just is. She makes these awesome kits. Like, the kits are just amazing. When I first found Kitaholic Kits, I was just so amazed by the amount that you got in the kits and the quality of the kits, and that Steph does source a lot from Australian businesses to keep, you know, you've got to keep the scrapbooking hobby alive down here, because it's all the shops are closing, it's slowly fizzling out. And and the way she gets her papers, and she combines her papers and all the elements and embellishments and everything that goes with it, they're just awesome, and they're a fantastic price. Like, they're such a good price, and so she's just awesome. So there's just no other way to say it. She's just amazingly awesome. So we love you, Steph, so much. So keep doing what you're doing, because yeah, you're the best. So that's it. That's all I have to do. So thank God for that. I'm so happy that's over. So I'm just, yeah, I can be a little bit yeah, don't worry. So yeah, so that's all from me today, and yeah, I'll see you next time. So bye.